I love Andor. It's probably the best piece of Star Wars media to come out since the Disney acquisition. I'm sure I've talked about it elsewhere on the channel. I had my whole video where I was criticizing Star Wars theories rant about Andor, and there was a bit of news about Andor that just hit the old internet that some people were kind of upset and doom and gloom about, but I'm pretty much nothing but happy about. And that is, Andor Season 2 is no longer slated to release in 2024. What this means is we're probably not going to see it until 2025. I understand being like, I have to wait even longer for this thing, but I'm going to tell you why this is a good thing. It has to do with the production timeline of Andor. Andor Season 2 started filming in November of 2022, and it was filming when the writer's strike happened. And the Andor showrunner, Tony Gilroy, ceases producing work on Disney Plus series amid WGA strike. He said, I discontinued all writing and related work on Andor prior to midnight May 1st. And then after being briefed on the Saturday showrunner meeting, I informed Chris Kaiser at the WGA on Sunday morning that I'll also be ceasing all non-writing producing functions. So the showrunner for the show was not working on the show starting in May, but they were still filming the show all the way through when the actors' strike started. And worse, okay, so here on Collider, they said that this article, I think, was posted, in July 23rd, 2023. So this is right around when the actors' strike started. And over here, let me get that bigger for us. Said filming continued despite the WGA strike as the scripts were reportedly completed already. However, the SAG-AFTRA strike has significantly affected production and/or reportedly filmed some scenes without SAG-affiliated actors and was quite close to wrapping season 2, but now has had production halted. Now, when I first read that, I was like, they're using scabs, but it's a little bit more complicated. This article here we are. This is another one from Collider, but it explains that the show will continue to shoot as long as is logistically possible without its SAG-AFTRA members. Due to its filming taking place at Pinewood Studios in the United Kingdom, the location means that the cast has been bulked out by members of Equity, the British Acting Union, and the equivalent of SAG-AFTRA across the pond. Those performers, while keen to support their American counterparts, have been warned that they risk being sued for breach of contract if they were to abandon their posts in solidarity, and as such find themselves working under duress for the time being. And I do believe that SAG-AFTRA was telling Equity members, if you're being forced by contracts to do the work, you should do the work. So it's not scabbing. SAG-AFTRA said, we get it, we understand, different countries, different laws, but the main cast, I assume, is all under SAG-AFTRA, Diego Luna, I'm sure. And so anything that they were filming using just their Equity actors and not their SAG-AFTRA actors was probably stuff like crowd scenes or side characters, the plot lines. They wouldn't have been able to finish everything anyway. So once they had that all wrapped up, they're like, okay, well, I think they said they had about 2 more weeks of filming left to do once the strikes were over. But we also have to consider that they had, 3 months of filming without their showrunner on hand. Tony Gilroy, the guy who's he wrote the thing. He was the guy who they brought in to fix Gareth Edwards' Rogue One. He's kind of the leftist visionary behind what made Andor so good. And he wasn't involved for months and months and months of filming and post-production work. He wasn't able to get back involved until the writer's strike was over. So I think it is a good thing that this show is being delayed by at least a year, because it means that any issues that arose where they needed to adjust the script but couldn't because the writers were on strike, they can go and do reshoots and fix that. Overall, this is a show that I don't want them to rush. This is a show that was so good. Its first season was so good. It gets better on rewatch. When I was watching it the first time through, I was still in that skeptical mindset of, are we here for the next Star Wars Disney product? And even just on my first watch through, as I was reviewing it week to week, there were certain things that were being set up that I really didn't appreciate until I watched it again. And I don't really think that's something that can be said for the Dave Filoni style shows. I think the Dave Filoni style shows are very much just pretty surface level. I think Andor has a lot of deep recurring themes. that it takes a lot of care to set up properly. And so I don't want a show like this to be rushed. I want Andor Season 2 to be the best it possibly can be, and I will wait as long as possible for it to be the best that it can be. And if that means I have to wait until 2025, so be it. So long as they give us a quality product, I will be happy. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific and Sundays at 2 p.m., so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons, with a very special shout out to my Whale Shark tier patron Ryan D and my Anemone friend tier patron Pixel Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.